Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, despite YouTube, Facebook, and all tech suppressing us, I mean, it's hysterical. We were just going like this, adding subscribers, and all of a sudden, we just stopped. But download the app and sign up for Bulldog Reports and the Bulldog Show. Anyway, download both apps and subscribe to the show on YouTube. Watch it on Rumble and every place else. Donald Trump went to South Carolina on Saturday, did one of his classic airport rallies, and let it rip. Those of you who don't know this, Mace defeated Joe Cunningham, born and bred in Kentucky, went to South Carolina, and knocked him out, made him a one-termer. But then she turned around and played footsie against Trump, so he is supporting Arrington, who's running against Mace. The other one that's funny is Rice is running. He's somebody who voted to impeach Trump. And January 6th, guess what? The person running against him, his name is Fry. I met this gentleman at the poolside mixer at Mar-a-Lago. Got his card and everything. I'm going to send him a donation. Anyway, you can't make this up. Fry is going to run. He's running against Rice. And apparently he's going Fry Rice. Why not? Obama announces he's got COVID. Do you believe these people? They're so important that they announced that they've got COVID to the freaking world. I don't care if you got COVID, Obama. And then he says, let this be a reminder that we should all get vaxxed. Well, you're vaxxed and you got COVID. What a clown, what a clown, what a clown. TikTok influencers are going to change everything. The White House gave the TikTok influencers some information about the Ukrainian invasion as if TikTok influencers are going to stop Putin. Yeah, I'm sure Putin tunes into TikTok all the time. Just more Psaki joke stuff. Biden predicts that if they lose the midterms in November, it's going to be a sad 2 years. Really? What's this last year been like, Joe? Sleepy Joe? Good golly. No, it'll be 2 wonderful years until we get rid of you. Bill Maher is musing on his show. By the way, he even went and did an interview with Ben Shapiro. I think Bill Maher might do almost 180 shift. I think he might recognize an opportunity because he just keeps laying it on. I mean, he just keeps going there. His latest, he says, it's a fair assessment or a fair musing to muse, why did Putin invade Ukraine under Biden and not Trump? Which is the truth. Peace talks. Apparently there's some peace talks going on. They might be fruitful. My guess is, as I've predicted, that this will end with Ukraine ceding some territory to good old Putin. I think that's the way this whole war ends. A former Democratic senator says that Americans are just too used to cheap gas. You believe it? We're just too used, as if that's a bad thing. I swear, these American haters are enough to make your head explode. Iran fired missiles at the United States consulate in Iraq. Came from Iran. Boy, it just all opens up, including China now says anybody that defends Taiwan military will pay heavy consequences. By the way, all you have to do, this is all you have to do to Joe Biden in diplomacy. Boo! That's all you got to do. You got to do is say boo. Boo! The Biden administration, well, it's boo diplomacy. Our astronaut, we have an American astronaut in a space station with the Russian cosmonauts, and apparently Putin's threatening to leave there. Now, I know this is tragic and bad, but it's also funny. I mean, we're going to have a cosmonaut or an astronaut stuck in a space station because of whatever he do as a bargaining chip. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Kamala's telling all the Democrats running in November to say, you got what you ordered. You got what you wanted when you elected me and Joe. Is this what we wanted? Is this what even the Democrats want? By the way, these are the people that I just like to wonder where they are today. Those white suburban moms that are having to fill up their gas tank these days and go to the groceries because they didn't like the mean tweets. How you like him now? And then the other people that I'm just curious about are the poor traditional Democratic white, black, Hispanic voters, you know, the poor who are generally Democrats. What do you think about your president right about now? I mean, how do these people support this? Tucker Carlson makes a good point. Did Biden want to go to war to get all of the domestic issues off the front pages? That's a fair statement because Biden clearly didn't do anything to stop this war from happening. And it's the oldest trick in the book. War. Takes everything off the page because everybody's focused on the war 24/7, 365. Meanwhile, good old Joe is going around begging for oil. Hey, man, will you produce some more oil? Hey, will you produce some more oil? Local issue. I mean, you can't make this up. Delhi, since 1978, has had what's called the skirt game, where guys dress up like women for fun, and they play a softball game. This year, it's come under attack. You've read about it. Come under attack because they think it's insensitive to gay men, transgender, cross-dressers, on and on. Do you believe it? Oh my, you would think that they would think this is wonderful. Men dressing up like women. No, it's insensitive. Speaking of insensitive, good old Mike Dewine refuses to debate his Republican primary opponents. That ought to piss off Republican primary voters. That little geek won't debate Renacci. You know, you could say Blystone and the other person isn't credible, but come on, man, Renacci? I mean, it ought to piss you off if you're a Republican primary voter. The NCAA brackets are out. What do you think? I think Kentucky's got as good as any. Tom Brady comes back, another sport. I have to talk about it. Tom Brady retires. How about the guy that paid $500,000 plus for his last touchdown pass, and now it's not going to be his last touchdown pass? Chris Cuomo needs a replacement. You know who they're thinking of? Chris Wallace or Brian Williams. Boy, what an upgrade. Speaking of Bill Maher, as I did before, Bill Maher's pointed out something that everybody's ignoring: the obesity issue in this country. Just keep letting it rip, Bill. The Roebling suspension bridge apparently is going to reopen sometime in the spring, but we don't have a date yet. New York City crime is up 60%. But Kyrie Irving is allowed to go in the building when the Brooklyn Nets play, but he's not allowed to play because he's not vaccinated. The absurdity of it all. South Dakotans have been speaking out, and they say, come on, Joe, Keystone Pipeline, let it rip. Miami spring break. I think last year it was like way down. This year, 500,000 kids are headed to Miami and Florida for spring break. Good for them. Let them have a good time. By the way, I always wondered, how many are these liberal kids from liberal states going down to Florida having a good time? Are they going to become conservative voters? Or are they going back to their states and staying woke? Nearly 3,000 cops, I think it's like 2,800 cops, will not be paid if they don't get vaxxed. They'll go on the no-pay list in Chicago. Once again, Chicago would rather have 2,800 less cops than let cops work unvaccinated. The world we live in. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope today is a great day for you.